Hello, I'm joined today by...
I am Deputy Chief Superintendent Tim Cusack.
And we're going to do a little demonstration of the advanced phonemic awareness that we expect from our students as they go through school. So, welcome.
Thanks, Erin.
So I'll just ask you to say a few words and just kind of we'll see how far you can get. I think you'll be able to get to the end. Okay.
Hoping.
Say candy.
Candy.
Now say candy again, but don't say can.
D.
All right. Say has.
Has.
Now say has again, but don't say huh.
As.
Good. You're doing very well.
Thank you.
This is really accelerated.
Okay, thank you.
Say would.
Would.
Now say would, but instead of wa, say g.
Good.
Say duct.
Duct.
Now say duct, but don't say the t.
Duck.
Say pavement.
Pavement.
Now say pavement again, but don't say the v.
Payment.
Good. You can see how this would be hard for a student.
Oh, absolutely.
Just learning to
because cognitively you're thinking, okay, consonant, the sound changes. So, yeah, absolutely.
Do you speak any other languages?
Je parle français.
Ah, très bien. So you can see too how for a student learning an additional language, knowing where those little v's are in the middle of the word will also help when it comes to spelling.
Absolutely.
Say trolley.
Trolley.
Now say trolley, but instead of ah, say oo.
Truly.
Say smear.
Smear.
Now say smear, but instead of say t.
Steer.
These are getting harder, right?
They are getting considerably harder.
Say barn.
Barn.
Now say barn, but instead of say j.
Barge.
Right. And with kids, you do several of these examples in a row. It wouldn't just be a one-off and then you'd move on. You do it for weeks at a time.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And basically give them that opportunity to have that reinforcement and to understand conceptually what you're asking to do as well. Like I'm going to hear a word, I'm going to be changing some facet of that word, and it will likely have a different sound.
Exactly, and inform a different word. And you probably notice that beginning sounds are a bit easier to switch out than end or middle sounds.
Yes, because again, cognitively you're thinking about that blend, usually a consonant blend, and that's going to change, right? So,
and also because you're like older than a student in grade 4 to 7, you also have meanings attached to those words already, and you might even be seeing in your mind how those words are spelled, where a student who has less experience with those words just doesn't, not yet.
Yeah, and I think that's just it too. You're touching on the denotation, that dictionary meaning of a word versus the connotation, that emotional connectedness I have to a word. So there may be, when we think of the neuroplasticity of the brain, how I relate to a word. There's memories or triggers, things that evoke. So sometimes it's easier because you have an understanding of those other words.
Exactly. Okay. Say mast.
Mast.
Now say mast, but don't say s.
Mat. See, that was a hard one.
Say eat.
Eat.
Now say eat backwards.
T.
All right, this is going to get dicey from here on out. Say aim.
Aim.
Now say aim backwards.
Mia.
Spelled, yes, but out loud, just the sounds. Aim.
May?
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
I see.
Yes,
Yes.
see what you're doing.
So, right.
Okay, this will be a tough one. Say stock.
Stock.
Now say stock backwards.
Oh my goodness, I'm trying to visualize now, like I'm in the whiteboard in my mind, which often gets erased. That's my tabula rasa. So stock, S-T-O-C-K, so K-C-O-T-S, COTS?
Yeah. No, this isn't a skill that necessarily you need to have, right?
No, but it's... I think it is, again, it's that process of, the letters and the pattern in which they appear,
And how consistently in English those patterns exist.
Right.
All right, 2 more.
Okay.
Say lazy.
Lazy.
Now say lazy backwards.
Easel.
Yes, great. Okay, and what is your role again? Do you mind saying that again, please?
So I am the Deputy Superintendent. And
can you try to say that backwards?
I could try to say that backwards, and I think basically it equates to something in in Martian. So
We'll leave
nobody
it for
wants to hear that.
Okay, well, thank you so much for going through that.
Oh, it was my pleasure, and thank you for the opportunity. And, reading, we all know the importance of reading, the power of reading, and the skills involved with teaching reading, because ultimately that opens doors for better writing and
for everything
in life. So thank you for the work that you're doing. And again, now we are all equipped for reading success.